Welcome to WorkLifeCyber. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today, I wanted to stop by and say something real quick about some of the tools that are usually used when you work remotely. And well, not tools, some of the softwares, and you can say tools. Some of the softwares that you need to familiarize yourself with if you haven't worked remotely before. If you're looking for a remote job and it's going to be your first time, these are some of the things I want you to familiarize yourself with. First off, is Microsoft Office. Most of the Microsoft softwares you should really familiarize yourself with, but I'm going to speak specifically about Microsoft Teams. Most companies, everywhere I've worked with, use Microsoft Teams. I've seen other ones, not personally working with, but I've seen other people request for meetings that use Zoom, but they are not many. But most of them use Microsoft Teams. One, because it's really built out for big companies and it's very professional. It's been around for a long time. So Microsoft Teams, you can just YouTube it, Google. I wanted to do a video on it, but the illustrations and the things, and I have a very old laptop, it just wasn't working. But really, if you Google Microsoft Teams, you'll see so many videos on YouTube. Even Microsoft themselves have really detailed tutorials. You don't need me to show you. So know how to use Microsoft Teams in meetings. Learn how to share screens, learn how to share documentation, learn how to block people, mute people from making noise, because you can mute as the person who initiated the meeting. You can control quite a number of things. You can do that. Learn how to request control, because if someone is sharing their screen, you're trying to tell them to do something, they're not doing it. You can request control and do it right from your desk on their and access whatever they're doing and show them, So just familiarize yourself with Microsoft Teams. Another thing I would want you to know how to use is SharePoint. Learn how to save files on a shared drive. Learn how to retrieve files. Learn how to organize folders. Just one thing you can do, again, YouTube. Get on YouTube. Once I buy a good laptop that I can share, good screen, I'll show you all these things. But there are so many people that I follow online that put these videos in a very professional way, very easy to understand. Another thing, which this is not a requirement, but it's a highly recommended tool to use, is, again, they are softwares. When I say tool, I mean softwares. Is OneNote. Most companies use OneNote. All of these, I think, belong to Microsoft. So OneNote is where you can, the name is, you record all your notes, or you can type, even for your personal life, you need OneNote. OneNote will help you immensely. So Google Microsoft Teams. That's number one. Most companies use it. You chat in it, you do your calendar, it syncs with your Office 365 calendar, so it's very easy. And once I mention it, learn how to use Outlook calendar. Every one of you may have Outlook. Outlook is free. So if you don't have Outlook, sign in for Outlook and learn how to schedule meetings. You can do it amongst yourselves. Call your friend and say, hey, I'm doing Outlook. I'm scheduling a meeting for you. Learn how to look for how your friends and you can Google this as well. You can watch it on YouTube. Look for how to schedule a meeting, how to look on your friend's calendar. Yes, you can access your friend's calendar. Once you have their email, you can access their calendar and see where they are free. Learn how to select how they're free. Learn how to use the scheduling assistant to create meetings, right? Because before you create a meeting, you must check the availability of the other person. Now that I am talking about these things and telling you guys to Google, I wish I had shown you. So I will still use my bootleg laptop and show you guys these things that I'm saying. Learn these things. Microsoft Teams, how to use Outlook to schedule meetings, and OneNote. Another thing besides, and guys, if you know any GLC, Google it and learn about it as well. Because even if you have experience in Archer, or you have experience in ServiceNow, you go into a company and they're using something completely different. There's metric stream, there's logic gates, there is logic manager, there are so many. So these big companies that you know, ServiceNow, Archer, what are they, Bedside, all these things, they're very expensive. So the average company may not be using them. So just type in GRC tools and just have general knowledge, a little bit of knowledge about everything. Aim at that. You can never be perfect. You can never know it all, but it's good to always know. The concept is the same, just different techniques. So don't worry if you're not an expert in these smaller companies that I am mentioning. Another thing that I will recommend you learn how to use is Excel. Just the basic Excel. If you're running risk, you realize that risk is a list, vulnerabilities a list. When you do pen tests, all the findings are going to be on a list. You export into Excel, you massage it a little bit, and then you present it to leadership or your boss. You cannot download risk from a GRC tool and present it. You have to do a lot of work with it. Most GRC tools will help you do a chart and stuff like that. But for the most cases, you still have to download it somewhere. And maybe your boss just wants a list of vendors that you have. You download it, you export it into Excel. You can't just send it to them. You probably have to sort it by on-prem versus cloud. You probably have to sort it by protected data versus no data at all. If you're in a hospital, you probably have to sort it by patient safety involved versus no patient. So know basic Excel. And when you want to know basic Excel, just type in as is basic Excel. There are 5-minute videos. That's all you need. Copy, paste, filter. These few things that you need. So when you type in basic Excel, you will see that it shouldn't be more than 10-minute videos. It shouldn't be 20, even it shouldn't sometimes be 5 minutes. These gurus, they can show you like 10 tricks in 5 minutes, and that's all you need, you know. So type in basic Excel. You don't need to be deep into it. So I think these for now, learn them. If you're using any tool, any software often, and you think there's an easy way to learn it, please put it in the comments and let's all learn together. So please share all the things that you think I missed, because I didn't plan for this video at all. I thought of it at church and I got home, didn't even change. I just recorded. So as I think of others, I'll probably do a part 2. Well, I won't do a part 2. I will actually show you guys how to do it, because as I talk about it, it felt like it would be okay to say go Google it, but I think if I show you 1 or 2 simple tricks, it will be helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good luck on your journey. If you already if you're already working as a remote worker, I hope these tools, you're already familiar with these tools. Have a wonderful rest of the day and good luck on your journey. If you already have a job, I hope that you have some tips, some new tools, some softwares. Link them or comments and let us know what softwares are helping you in your work at your workplace.